everyone, it's me. So this is gonna be my second time making this video because I just now learned that if you don't put your phone on airplane mode, after 9 minutes when your husband calls through, you lose your whole video. Ugh. Anyways, hope everybody's had a good week, and I'm gonna attempt to fill you all in what's been going on. You know, it's been a week since we checked in. It's been a really busy week, but more of a busy week of finding balance for our family. You know, after this round of treatment, I had just Erbitux on Monday, so I didn't get pounded with all of it. You know, I had more good days than I did bad days. So when that starts to happen, life starts creeping in a little bit more. Bills have to be paid, grocery shopping lists, meals, you know, meal prepping and all of that. So, you know, it's like I said about finding that balance, because at the end of the day, I'm still a mother and a wife. And, you know, I think it's just more mom guilt than anything that I deal with on a day-to-day, you know, because in the beginning it was really hard watching someone else take care of my children and raise them temporarily, because I knew I just needed to rest, I needed to sleep, and again, I'm feeling a little bit stronger, so I'm able to help out a lot more. But what is the balance? You know, yes, I'm feeling better, but Kirk has to remind me all the time, like, don't go clean the garage, don't be organizing closets, because at the end of the day, like, you're still fighting this thing and you need to take care of yourself and rest. So yeah, you know, I also found this week that it's really hard to get to all three: taking care of myself, taking care of the kids, and being a loving, compassionate, supportive wife to my husband. And so I have been practicing that, but at the same time, I feel like if I pay more attention and do more for the kids, then, you know, my marriage sometimes starts to sacrifice. Or if I pay attention to my kid, my Kirk, and we go out for date nights and, you know, I'm working on us, then I feel like I'm not seeing the kids and I'm not being there as a mother, because in between I'm trying to take care of myself. And it's just been a little hard this week and emotional for that. But at the end of the day, the girls are great. Kirk and I are great. We just need to find time to communicate more and be there for one another alone, or like, how am I trying to explain it? Like, right now, we're both on the same path. We're both fighting this thing, and we're gonna attack it head on, as we have been from the beginning. And he, you know, but he's got the kids and work and everything's piling up on him, and I'm over here with, you know, fighting for my life and changing my life to never have to do this again. And so, you know, we need to marry the two a little bit more, because it's crazy, you guys. And as my mother-in-law keeps saying, it's just uncharted territory. Like, there's the advice that you can give somebody with, you know, life after kids. Like, yes, it's gonna be hard for a while, but trust me, you'll get it back. And this is more, you know, you're going through a lot and nobody really can tell you what to do when you both are doing so much for the family with 2 kids under the age of 4. And so it's pretty crazy around here. But the girls are great. Kirk is great. We're great. And I'm doing pretty well for the most part. This week I had just the Erbitux. So it was the one with the skin rash, the immunotherapy, and it's good. You know, my rash is at bay. You know, it didn't flare up quite as bad as it did last time, but I can feel it trying to bust through. I'm on medication now, and I have skin regimen that I'm doing to help combat this thing, but it is trying so hard to bust through. And last Wednesday and Thursday was when I really flared up, and same as this past week. So it seems like Wednesdays and Thursdays are a bit hard, and I'm trying to figure out how to manage them, because what's happening is maybe I'm not getting all red and super rashy, dry eyes and cold sores for days, but I can feel it under my skin, and it burns and itches, and it's pretty brutal when it happens. And I sit there with a wet washcloth on my face, and then I have a fan, and then eventually those 2 days, at some point I feel like I have to take like a half a Xanax just to calm my nerves, because it doesn't feel like it's my muscles and bones. The feeling feels so different, where if I cry, then it just flares up. If I, go out in the sun, it flares up. So I just have to just manage it with maybe a little bit of half a Xanax here and there, because then I can feel my body calm down. I feel my face start to relax. I tried to take some ibuprofen Tylenol, and it didn't really touch it. So again, week by week, I learn how to manage something new. No week for me has been the same. They encouraged me to journal in the beginning through each treatment to know when to expect certain side effects. And for me, it's been different every single week. It's just been a new thing to kind of conquer. So we'll see what happens on Monday with another round. But I'm doing good. This weekend I feel really great. This is always my great weekend before I get pounded again. Sunday around 4 o'clock, I get a little like, oh, I don't want to go in tomorrow. But the truth is I feel very lucky. I love my nurses, all of them. I have some friends in chemo. My girl Kim, we hang out, and yeah, so I'm making friends, and it's fun until about halfway through the day, and I start getting a little heavy, and I'm on more Benadryl. They give me Benadryl right when I get there, because they still don't want a reaction from the Erbitux, so I get a little bit of a buzz. It's kind of the first buzz I've had in a long time. But yeah, so the Erbitux, and then I also wanted to share with you guys, so when I went down the rabbit hole of this colon cancer, I'm starting to hear the baby, so I'm like, maybe I'll have to go get her in a minute. Oh, I do. She's crying. Guys, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. You say hi. You say hi, everyone. This is Dylan. Dylan Louise. Want you want this? Guys, I think she's teething a little bit. Sorry to make you wait, but this is life. This is the real deal. So I was starting to share with you about. When I went down the rabbit hole about a couple weeks ago and Googled stage 4 colon cancer, I knew that I needed to just attack this from all angles. Before this, everybody kind of says, I have this doctor, and try this doctor, try this treatment, try that treatment. And I, was like, oh, well, if what I'm doing isn't working, then I will try this. But once I went down the rabbit hole, I was like, I have to attack this from all angles. So a friend of mine recommended Dr. Sadeghi. And Dr. Sadeghi is the author of a book called The Clarity Cleanse. It's pretty awesome read. It's basically about kind of clearing out the clutter. Dr. Sadeghi, hopefully I'm understanding this correctly and explaining it the right way, but Dr. Sadeghi was... Dr. Sadeghi was studying medicine, was in med school, and was diagnosed with testicular cancer. And when somebody tells you you have cancer, you kind of think you're gonna die. It's like a hammer smacks you in the face and you're like, am I dying? So he found out when he was in school, thought he was gonna die, went to a friend, and his friend was like, let's go to lunch. And his friend basically said to him, you know, you're gonna beat this and you're gonna live. And so Dr. Sadeghi took like a year sabbatical to study how quickly your mind can change from thinking you're gonna die to believing you're gonna live. And basically he believes that, you know, that this is happening to you for a reason. There's a reason you have stage 4 colon cancer. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be all bad. It could just be happening to you to teach you a life lesson, maybe. But I've been reading his book and had a phone consultation with him last week. And it was pretty life-changing and eye-opening. You know, he explained to me that everybody's life is on a 7-year cycle, you know, like that 7-year marriage itch thing they talk about. Well, you know, he started to talk to me about those 7 years, and it's no mistake, you know, that at 35, oh, really? That I have stage 4 colon cancer. Oh, yeah. And it's no mistake. So, because, let me back it up. So at first he goes, where were you at 7 years old? Where were you at 14? Where were you at 21? Where were you at 28? And it wasn't until I got to 28 that I was said, oh, well, at 28, like I got married, and 6 months later, my husband almost died. And then at 35, he's like, okay, well, you have stage 4 colon cancer. So then I started to back up and go, well, okay, 35, stage 4 colon cancer. 28, Kirk almost dies. 21, I freshly moved to Los Angeles at 20. 6 months later, I turned 21 and just kind of was fighting for my life and career and success at, you know, 21. And so a ton of life-changing things. 14, middle school. Who doesn't have something dramatic happen in middle school? And then 7, kind of back. Am I gagging my child? Oh, Lord. So at 7, I kind of was like, oh, you know, maybe it's some sort of childhood issues that I dealt with. But I won't get into all that with you guys. But basically, yeah, he kind of opened up my eyes to that. And, you know, I'm going to practice a few things and do some things to help eliminate the waste, emotional waste that I'm dealing with. But, you know, I did a blood panel with him, and I'll meet with him again in a couple weeks and just explore about how I can get rid of any ill feelings or stress or trauma and never have to fight this again. You know, I'm just trying to clear everything, clear my head, come at this from a spiritual aspect and positive thinking, and again, just kind of clearing out any sort of baggage I might have that I thought I clearly worked through that maybe I hadn't already. So it feels a little hippy-dippy. It feels a little different. It feels very out of my comfort zone, but you know, what damage can it do? It can't really hurt anything. Yeah, are you hungry? Yeah? Well, guys, life calls. I really have tried to do this check-in. Again, I was broken up the first time by a phone call. by my husband. And then next was busted up by a baby that's hungry. You telling me you smile all the time? We got an angel baby. I think the higher powers, God, anybody up there goes, well, we're gonna give you an angel baby because you're about to deal with a lot of shit. And so that's what we got. Huh. That's what we got. You guys, we're doing good here. You know, I also met with another doctor for muscle response testing that's local, and we are just coming at this from all angles. And so if anybody ever has any questions or comments, or, you know, feel free to email me. Oh, the other one's up. You guys are gonna get a load of my balance. Mama, I'm in here. Oh man. Parker. So anyways, guys, like I said, finding balance. To be a mom, fight stage 4 colon cancer, and be a good wife and friend. I'm doing the best I can, and guys, I know you support me. I know you understand. I know that you love me no matter what. So I will do the same for you and do it all the time. So thank you. I love you all. I feel you all. And yeah, if this felt like it was all over the place, it probably was. Because I feel like it was. Anyways, again, I love you all. I feel you all. Love beats all. And we're always grateful over here. And, you know, it will always kind of constant. So, but no, we're getting better. I'm feeling better. Hope everyone's great. Enjoy your weekend. And I'm sure I'll have a lovely check-in. I go to chemo on Monday and get pounded. So we love you all. This was a big one. This was a long one. And if you sat all the way through it, bless you. Love you.